Hi everybody, it's Martin at Flying Feathers again today, and I'm tying Clouser Minnow, Clouser Deep Minnow. Basically, I've been looking, I was online and I saw a few videos that were not very good really, and also it is a fly that even though it's quite simple, a lot of people struggle to get it right. So hopefully this will help you a bit. The hook I'm using is a Gamakatsu F10S 4H. This is a 1/0. I always like to use a stainless hook because it means you can use them in fresh or salt water. You don't need to tie different versions. And I'm just running on some 6/0 thread. This is just tan. Any light colour will do really. And I'm going to build a wee bumper thread here, right about the 1/3 point. And that's where my eyes are going to sit. The eyes I'm using, just pseudo eyes, but you can use eyeballs, paint it lead, whatever you fancy really, whatever you prefer. Then I'm just going to take half a dozen wraps in one direction, and I'm going to pull it tight and give it a good half a dozen in the other. At this stage the eyes, you can still sort of move them, check they're straight, adjust them slightly till you're happy, and then I'll take a few wraps under the shank and over the eye, and then a few under the eye and over the shank to lock the thread wraps tightly in place, and that eye is locked in very firmly. But for extra security, you can come in with a wee bit of super glue just to help lock everything in place. So return the hook to the upright position, or the usual sort of standard position, and get some bucktail. In this case I'm using white for the belly, and you don't want a lot. Right, I've taken about half a pencil width, right, from near the top of the tail where it's quite fine, right. And I'm going to just hold it with the tip, and I'm just going to take any sort of short, uneven broken fibres or anything, I'm just going to pull them out, and that will give me a nice bunch. Then I'll measure the length I want, and I want it about 2.5 times the length of the shank. And then I'll trim the ends off square. So position your thread. This will help you sort of get all the full form. Nice. Position your thread sort of halfway between your dumbbell and the eye of the hook, and just offer the material on. Take a loose capture and wrap, pinch it, and draw it tight. Right. I'll do that again. See. A loose capture and wrap, pinch it, draw it tight, and you can just ease the bucktail back so that you're not crowding your eye, and then wind forward. Make sure everything's sitting on the top of the shank. Now, from this position with the thread at the eye, take it back behind the dumbbell and grab that bucktail. And then you just spiral it loosely back to about the start of the bend, and then spiral it loosely in open turns to the eye, come to the front, and you're basically skipping the thread the same way, so it's a long jump, but you can use the butt, just a wee step of the butt ends of the bucktail there, to catch the thread and stop it sliding back then a lock and turn to hold it. Right. Turn your hook over. You either, it will depend on your vise. If you've got a rotary vise, then you just flip it. Otherwise it'll be easier if you take it out and turn it than try to tie it upside down. So I'm going to tie in a wee bit of flash. I'm just using some silver sparkle hair, but you can use crystal flash, flashaboo, whatever you like. So I've got my length. I'm going to fold it over the thread so that there's a short side, like about a third of the way along, and then this is 2/3 the long half. Just hold it on top, pull it straight up, and then back a bit at about a 45-degree angle. 1, 2, 3 turns, and that's locked in nice and secure. You just take your bodkin, sort of separate it, draw it back, and you can put another turn or two over the top just to lock it in place. And then take your back portion, which again I'm using Bucktail. This is, I'm tying an olive version, an olive and white, but chartreuse and white, tan and white, whatever colours you like really. Obviously you'll know the colours in the area you fish, match the bait fish. But so same again, get my clump of olive, but the similar thickness, maybe slightly heavier, and I'm just going to, same again, grab the tips, pull out any of the short fibres. You can check the length. Trim the end square. Oops. Catch it, draw it back so you don't crowd the eye, and then just secure it, wrapping forward. Make sure it stays on top. Tidy up. And you can see I'm not going all the way back. I'm stopping my thread in front of where the white's tied off, then a quick finish. Flies whip finished. Now, instead of using head cement, come in with some epoxy or your UV resin, whichever you like, and coat the head, all the thread wraps, and the bucktail going over the eyes, thread wraps along the belly, and build up, fill in the space between the eyes, between the dumbbells and your thread wraps. Come around, just cover all your wraps. And don't worry too much if you get a wee bit in the butts of the bucktail that make the back of the fly. That just toughens it up generally, because you have a more durable pattern. So I'm just sort of spinning. Obviously with the UV resin I don't need to use my rotary wheel, so I'm spinning it to get the shape I like. Then hitting it with my lamp. And a few seconds, and there you have it. That's a properly tied Clouser minnow. Resin keeps it nice and durable. It's, as you can see, it's fairly sparse. You know, you don't need tons of material. You can see through it. You can see my finger through there. Tell them in a range of sizes and colours, they work for everything. They were absolutely everything. They're deadly. I hope that helped you. Especially there's a few guys who have sent me messages asking about this. So just trim that flash just a wee bit longer than the Bucktail. So there you have it. I hope it was useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. Bye guys.